my new friend. Yes, I've got mad. Hello my lovelies, welcome to Vlogtober, episode 7-ish, possibly, maybe. Hope you're all keeping well and enjoying the spooky season. I just thought I would just have a little catch up with you about what's been going on and what I've been doing. Thank you so much for all the lovely comments and feedback about the vampire style icon. I really loved filming that video, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed it, because you know, we've got to have a laugh sometimes, haven't we? Saturday night was a Hastings Bonfire night. I will put some footage in right now while I have some tea. It was a very windy, blustery evening, and I actually was going to my friend's do that he put on. Really good night here in Hastings. For anybody who is within the vicinity, if you love Northern Soul, come along to Upbeat. It's run by my friend Roy, who's one of the nicest people I know. And I was going there, and I thought that I would avoid the procession and everything by walking through town, not knowing that the procession now goes through town. So that's where I was standing when I took the footage, so in the kind of the new town bit. And it was rather dangerous. There were lots of embers, it was very windy, so the torches or the embers were going everywhere. So it was very atmospheric, as you can see. And there's something rather wondrous about all those drums. You hear them in the distance, and then they sort of, as they get to you, you can feel, you have a visceral response, because you can actually feel it, because it's all kind of echoing and bouncing around. It's quite a powerful thing. Do come to Hastings Bonfire if and when you can. The woman next to me, an ember went into the collar of her coat. She was wearing a parka, and her whole coat started to like burn, and all these people just jumped on her and put her out. And I was wearing a vintage coat with a furry collar, and I was a little bit worried. Once the procession was done, I got to my friend's night, and it was really good, lovely to see everyone, to have a dance. And I was very chuffed that I hadn't managed to set fire to my coat. However, one of the barmaids at this venue accidentally spilt a whole entire glass of drink all over my coat. So my vintage coat did get damaged. It got drowned rather than burned. It got witches dunked rather than witches at the stake, if you take my meaning. I've been working on this month's Patreon. For those of you who've spent time with me, or, you know, looked at older videos, which is lovely of you, thank you, raise a glass for you. You know that I've wanted to give Italian quilting trapunto a go. I've been obsessed with this idea since many years ago. I saw the Schiaparelli skeleton dress and then found out what trapunto was. So it's kind of like stuffed quilting. So I've been working on that for my lovely Patreons. Their project this month is a pattern adaptation of the blocks that we've already pattern cut, and then this like trapunto technique. So I've got to scan in the motif and do all of that, but that's something that I've been very pleasurably working on over the last few days. I've also been enjoying my lovely Charlotte, who I always say my lovely Charlotte. She's not mine, but she is mine. Works with me on all my products. So if you've been on my website or you've bought anything from me, she's who makes all that magic and wondrous beautifulment happen with her magical witchy skills. So she has a YouTube channel too, and I have been watching that. I'll link it below, so do go and support my lovely Charlotte, because she's fab and she deserves all the support. She's got a lovely floofy kitten as well, or cat. So yeah, go and do that. And then I went to a charity shop, just scanned some local charity shops, and I found a really good new sewing book that I just wanted to briefly share with you. So here's the book, So Simple, a step-by-step guide to dressmaking, English Sewing Limited, and on the back it says, it's your most helpful sewing aid. And actually it is a really good book, but seriously, look at the illustrations. So I think I saw in the front that it's like 1980, but I love that sort of Yves Saint Laurent, Bieber, 70s, 80s look, equipment for sewing. And I know everyone's been sort of doing that, you know, the pegboard thing in sewing rooms. Useful, not really my cup of tea. Although I do love, have you seen the film Julia, about Julia Childs with Meryl Streep and her kitchen? Love that, because I love Stanley Tucci. But yeah, so amazing, lots of illustrations. So a lot of this stuff kind of influences what I wanted in my zines, and there's just some fabulous fashion in this one, and all the techniques that you need any help with ever. I'm very pleased to have this added to my growing stash of sewing books. But look how fabulous, how fabulous. Absolutely love that, and I will be reading this. There's some really interesting information points. That trousers, a special case, all of us sewists know that, right? Points to remember, whatever the figure type, trousers that can be worn. So that's good to know that they're saying that you can, and will look smart and slimming if the correct style is chosen. Take a long, critical look at yourself from the front to the side and then the back in a full-length mirror to help decide upon the most flattering style. Be realistic about figure imperfections. Well, you know, I don't believe in figure imperfections at all. I believe in, you know, if you feel great in what you're wearing, sod everyone else. And that is my official stance on that one. I made another beret, Marlena beret, this one out of the lovely Italian wool that I got from Missy Mop, which I would have shown you in a previous Vlogtober episode. And I've bejeweled it, I nearly said vajazzled it, but I don't think that's the right word, with this spidery web. I'm really loving all the beret colours, and I'll show you the rest of my outfit because, you know, I think it's a good idea. So the top that I am wearing is a top secret top, and it's a pattern that I'm working on for next year, early next year. It's on its way. Me and Charlotte, my lovely Charlotte, we're working on it right now, and it's got sleeves and my full circle skirt that is available as a zine, and love this skirt. This is my most worn item, and I just wear it all year round. It just is the most fabulous thing. This is basically what I would wear instead of a tracksuit. So this is my sort of comfy secret pajamas outfit, I suppose. I have, for the prize, lover's eyes earrings with little pink stone on. I found this ring. I've been sorting through all my jewellery and found this sparkly ring. Don't know where I got it from, but I'm loving pinks and berets. As always, my heart ring. This is a Gucci ring that was bought for me by my form group when they left in their final year of secondary school. So I was a classroom teacher for like 6 years, and they were my form group, and that was a thank you gift. And then fishnets, which I always wear, and little ballet flats, which I seem to nearly always wear. So that's my outfit. I am teaching this evening, so looking forward to that because I've got a really lovely class this time round, a full class, but all very, very enthusiastic, and they all want to do hardcore pattern cutting. So they're a real joy. And other than needing to find a name for my new little friend, that's about all I have for you in this episode. I am doing, when I was sorting out my jewellery, just to give you a little bit of a teaser for what's coming, there's a little craft episode coming for Vlogtober. Not particularly Halloweeny, but useful, and I hope something that you'll enjoy. So the next episode is going to be a little crafty sort of thing to do with my jewellery that I've been sorting out and enjoying getting reacquainted with these things, rings that one has lost, or not lost, but you know, overlooked for a long time. So I hope you've enjoyed this little episode and catch up, and I hope that wherever you are in the world you're keeping safe and well, and I will see you anon. Bye.